Have you ever paused to consider where your money truly goes after you invest it? It is a question worth asking in our interconnected world of 2025. Many of us work hard to save and grow our wealth for the future, yet the impact of our investment choices often remains a distant thought. We might not realize the full extent of the power held within our financial decisions. This power can shape industries, influence corporate behavior, and ultimately contribute to the kind of world we live in. The funds we allocate to stocks, bonds, or other investment vehicles do not simply sit idle. They become the capital that fuels businesses and projects around the globe. These businesses, in turn, make decisions that have real-world consequences. Understanding this chain of impact is the first step towards more conscious financial stewardship. Imagine if your investments could do more than just generate a financial return. What if they could also actively contribute to solving some of the world's most pressing problems? This is not a far-fetched idea. It is the core principle behind the growing movement of ethical and sustainable investing. As we navigate 2025, the opportunities to make such choices are more accessible than ever before. The power to invest ethically is within your reach. The terms ethical investing, sustainable investing, and impact investing are frequently used today. Sometimes they are used interchangeably, which can create confusion. At its heart, ethical investing is about making conscious choices. It means directing your capital towards companies and projects that align with your personal values. It goes beyond simply avoiding businesses involved in activities you deem harmful, such as tobacco or weapons manufacturing. However, true ethical investing in 2025 aims for a more proactive stance. It involves actively seeking out investments that contribute positively to society and the environment. This could mean investing in companies leading the way in renewable energy. It might involve supporting businesses with strong labor practices and a commitment to human rights. The emphasis shifts from mere avoidance of harm to the active pursuit of good. This approach recognizes that capital can be a powerful tool for driving positive change. It is about using your financial resources to support the future you wish to see. Ultimately, ethical investing is a deeply personal journey. The key is to understand your own values and then seek out investment opportunities that reflect them. To bring more clarity and structure to ethical investing, the ESG framework has become widely adopted. ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. These three pillars provide a comprehensive set of criteria. Investors and analysts use them to evaluate how sustainably and responsibly a company operates. Understanding these factors can help you make more informed decisions. It allows you to look beyond a company's financial statements. You can assess its broader impact and its resilience in a changing world. The E in ESG refers to environmental factors. This category examines a company's impact on the natural world. Key considerations include its carbon footprint and greenhouse gas emissions. It also looks at energy efficiency, water usage, and waste management practices. Companies that proactively manage their environmental risks are often better prepared for regulatory changes. They may also be more resilient to the physical impacts of climate change. The S addresses social factors. This pillar focuses on how a company manages its relationships with its employees, suppliers, customers, and the communities where it operates. Finally, the G stands for governance. This aspect relates to how a company is led and managed. The ESG framework provides a valuable lens for assessing these vital non-financial aspects. As ethical investing gains popularity, a challenge known as greenwashing has also emerged. Greenwashing occurs when a company presents a misleadingly positive image of its environmental or social practices. It might exaggerate its positive impacts or obscure negative ones. This can make it difficult for well-intentioned investors to identify genuinely sustainable businesses. Learning to spot greenwashing is a crucial skill for anyone looking to invest ethically in 2025. One practical tip is to look for specificity and data. Vague statements like "we are committed to sustainability" or "we are an eco-friendly company" mean very little without evidence. Truly ethical companies will often back up their claims with concrete data, measurable targets, and clear timelines. Another useful strategy is to check for credible third-party certifications or independent ratings. Several organizations specialize in evaluating companies based on ESG criteria. While no rating system is perfect, these independent assessments can provide a more objective view. Finally, it is important to investigate a company's core business model and its overall impact. Consider the bigger picture. True sustainability is usually deeply embedded in a company's strategy. Section 5. Embarking on your journey. Practical first steps to ethical investing. Starting your ethical investing journey might seem daunting, but it can be broken down into manageable steps. The very first, and perhaps most crucial step, is to define your personal values. What issues matter most to you? Is it climate action, gender equality, animal welfare, or fair labor practices? Take some time for self-reflection. Write down the principles you want your investments to uphold. This personal ethical framework will serve as your guide. Once you have a clearer understanding of your values, the next step is to educate yourself. Research the different approaches to ethical investing. Learn about negative screening, positive screening, ESG integration, and impact investing. Understand the terminology and the various strategies available. The more you know, the more confident you will be in making choices. The third step involves considering your overall financial situation and risk tolerance. Ethical investing is still investing. All investments carry some level of risk, and it is important to choose options that align with your financial goals and comfort level. Finally, remember that you can start small. Your journey begins with a single conscious decision. Section 6. Your ethical toolkit, exploring different investment avenues. Once you have defined your values and are ready to invest, several avenues are available. Ethical exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, and mutual funds are popular choices for many. These funds pool money from multiple investors to buy a diversified portfolio of stocks or bonds. Ethical funds specifically select investments based on ESG criteria or other ethical screens. They offer a convenient way to achieve diversification and access a professionally managed portfolio. For those who prefer a more hands-on approach, direct investing in individual companies is an option. This involves buying shares directly in companies you believe are making a positive impact. This method requires more research and due diligence on your part. Impact investing takes ethical considerations a step further. It specifically aims to generate measurable social or environmental impact alongside a financial return. Community investing is a subset of this, focusing on providing capital to underserved communities. Robo-advisors are also increasingly offering ethical or socially responsible portfolio options. These online platforms use algorithms to build and manage investment portfolios based on your answers to a questionnaire. Always check the details. Section 7. The dual dividend, real-world impact, and financial performance. A common question about ethical investing is whether it requires sacrificing financial returns. For many years, a misconception persisted that investing with your conscience meant accepting lower profits. However, a growing body of evidence in 2025 suggests this is not necessarily the case. Many studies have shown that ethical investments, particularly those focusing on strong ESG performance, can perform as well as, or even better than, traditional investments over the long term. The real-world impact of ethical investing is tangible. When you invest in a company focused on renewable energy, you are helping to fund the transition away from fossil fuels. When you support businesses with fair labor practices, you contribute to better working conditions and social equity. Investments in sustainable agriculture can promote healthier ecosystems and food security. By directing capital towards these positive enterprises, investors collectively send a powerful signal to the market. This encourages more companies to adopt sustainable practices, creating a virtuous cycle of improvement. The evidence suggests that doing good and doing well financially can indeed go hand in hand. Section 8. Weighing the scales, understanding risks, and key considerations. While the prospects of ethical investing are encouraging, it is essential to approach it with a balanced perspective. Like all forms of investment, ethical investing carries certain risks and considerations that you should be aware of. No investment strategy can guarantee profits or completely eliminate risk. Understanding these potential downsides will help you make more informed decisions and manage your expectations. One consideration is that applying ethical screens can sometimes limit your investment universe. If you exclude certain industries or companies based on your values, your pool of potential investments becomes smaller. This could, in theory, reduce diversification and potentially impact returns if the excluded sectors outperform. However, the range of ethical investment options is continually expanding. The risk of greenwashing, as discussed earlier, remains a significant concern. Companies may not always be transparent or accurate in their ESG reporting. Definitions of ethical can also be subjective and may change over time. This means ongoing due diligence is crucial. Regular review ensures they continue to align with your values and the evolving landscape. Thorough research and a long-term perspective are key to navigating these considerations effectively. Section 9. The future is in your hands. Investing for a better tomorrow. The journey into ethical investing is more than just a financial strategy. It is a powerful expression of your values and your vision for the future. As we stand in 2025, the choices we make with our money have never been more significant. Every pound, dollar, or euro invested ethically contributes to a collective movement. This movement is pushing businesses towards greater responsibility and sustainability. You have the power to be part of this positive change. Do not underestimate the impact you can make, regardless of the size of your portfolio. Ethical investing is not an exclusive club reserved for financial experts or the very wealthy. It is accessible to everyone who wishes to align their investments with their principles. The tools and information available today make it easier than ever to get started. From user-friendly online platforms to a wide array of ethical funds, the barriers to entry are lower than they have ever been. Embrace the opportunity to learn and to grow as a conscious investor. Your thoughtful choices can ripple outwards, influencing corporate behavior and contributing to solutions for global challenges.